Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Fiedler. Today we're just going to do a quick review of the treble clef that we learned about in music class. This lesson is going to be very helpful for some of the videos that we're going to be putting up on playing the xylophone and playing the piano and instruments like that. So, first, let's just remember that we have a music alphabet. Just like every other language, music has an alphabet. The letters of the music alphabet are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Remember, when you get to the letter G, you go back to A, B, C continually. It's like a cycle, over and over. So we have a musical staff. A musical staff is just 5 lines and 4 spaces that we write music on. So here you will see this musical staff for the piano. You will see there are actually 2 of them here that are bracketed together with the word piano. Because the piano plays both high notes and low notes, it has 2 staves. You will see the top staff has a picture of a treble clef that is circled in green. The treble clef refers to our high notes. That's where the notes that sound high on the piano or instruments like a trumpet or a flute would read from. So this is the treble clef. Today we're going to review the lines and spaces of the treble clef. So let's start first with the lines of the treble clef. You will see at the beginning on the music staff is the picture of the treble clef from our previous slide, and it has circles or whole notes on each line. And then underneath it tells us what letter it is. So the circle is on the first line from the bottom, so that's letter E. The second line is G. The third line is B. The fourth line is D. And then the top line is F. And so we have phrases that we use to help us remember the letters in order. So one of the ones we discussed is every good boy does fine. Or maybe you had every good boy deserves fudge. And then in our class, we talked about this one phrase, elephants got big dirty feet. Feel free to use whatever phrase you want. You can make one up if you choose. Just remember that these phrases are to help us remember the order of the lines going from the bottom to the top. We always start from the bottom when we're figuring out the letters, okay? So again, every good boy does fine, or elephants got big dirty feet. We also have the spaces of the treble clef. First, take a quick look. You will see that the whole notes or the circles fall in between the line. They do not have a line going through the center. That's how we know that they are a space note. So again, it's a space note if it does not have a line going through the center of the note. So to help us learn the spaces of the treble clef, we use the word face. F-A-C-E. That helps us remember the letters in order. So the very first space is F, the second space is A, the third space is C, and the fourth space is E. Again, it is always important to remember that we start from the bottom when we're figuring out the letter names of the lines and spaces of the treble clef. When we combine the lines and the spaces together on the treble clef, it will look like this. Now you will see that I have put a red box around the ones we discussed today. So let's take a look at the first one in the red box. The bottom line, it's E. Then the next space, because it goes line, space, line, space. After the E is a space note, the letter F. Then the line note G, space note A. The next line note is B, space note is C, line note is D, space note is E, and then the last one we discussed today, the top line being F. When we combine the lines and the spaces, you will see that we go from line to space or space to line. And that those letters actually have a pattern and they follow the music alphabet. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. They follow the pattern of the music alphabet. So when the notes are going up, like they are in this picture here, you would go forward in the music alphabet. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so forth and so on. However, if the notes are going downward, means they're going like it would be if you start at the very end of this line where it says G, and then F, E, D, C, B, A, you will see that the letters are actually going backwards in our music alphabet, so that we can keep that in mind if we're using the pattern of the music alphabet to figure out our notes. So now we're going to do an activity that's a check for understanding to see how you're doing with identifying the letter names of the lines and spaces of the treble clef. So the first one, you will see we have the treble clef on the musical staff, and then we have a circle on a specific line or space. So the first thing we want to do is determine, is it a line note or a space note? And since there's a line going directly through the circle or the whole note, we know it's going to be a line note. But the question is, what is the letter name of this note? So point to the letter that you think it is. Do you think it's a B or do you think it's a D? And the correct answer would be the letter B. Very good. So we use the phrase, every good boy does fine. So if you go from the bottom to the top, this circle is on the third line from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. So we know from that phrase we're going to pick the third letter. So every good boy. So the correct answer would be B. Very good. The next one, what is the letter name of this note? It's important to first determine, is it a line note or is it a space note? So which do you think it is? And the correct answer is a space note because there's no line going through it. So now I would like you to ask yourself, is it going to be the letter G or is it going to be the letter E? Please point to your answer. And the correct answer is E. Very good. Because remember, with the spaces spell the word face, F-A-C-E. And the circle is on the top space of our music staff. So the correct answer is E. Next, what is the letter name of this note? Look and think to yourself, is it a line note or is it a space note? And is it going to be the letter F or is it going to be the letter D? Please point to your answer. Okay, and the correct answer is the letter F. Okay, because again, the first letter in the word face is F, and we use the word face to help us identify the spaces on the treble clef. Our next question, what is the letter name of this note? Again, figure out if it's a line note or a space note, and that will help you figure out whether it is the letter F or it is the letter G. Please point to your answer. And the correct answer is G. Very good, because it is the circle or the whole note is on the second line, and the second line is the letter G because of the phrase that we use. Every good, G for good. All right, our next question. What is the letter name of this note? Is it going to be the letter C or is it going to be the letter E? And the correct answer is C. Very good, because the circle is on the third space from the bottom. And we know for the spaces we use the word face. And the third letter in the word face is C. F-A-C. So the correct answer is C. Next, what is the letter name of this note? Again, remember, you're thinking, is it a line note? Is it a space note? And then based on that, that's going to help you determine, is the answer F or is the answer A? Please point to your answer. And the correct answer is F. Very good. That is the correct answer because the circle is on the top line. And by using our phrase, every good boy does fine, we know that the top line has the letter F for fine.